Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Tonight is Thursday, the 12th of August, 2021, in Trinidad and Tobago. Like I always say every night, those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. Now, viewers, our office are at number 14, Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. It's about 3 or 4 minutes away from the Shogunas police station. 238-6716 or 339-1670. So as we move along tonight, viewers, I do want to encourage you tonight that if you are looking for the right investment, you are looking for a greater reward on your hard-earned cash that is sitting on an investment, Real Talk Group of Companies is offering you a Real Talk investment where we are paying from 3% to 3.5% on your return on a Real Talk fixed investment. So viewers, if you're looking to make an investment for your children or your grandchildren, Real Talk investment is the perfect investment for you. With the rate of 3 to 3.5% on your annual investment, it's the best way to go. Presently, it is the highest paying interest rate in Trinidad and Tobago presently. So viewers, pick up your phone from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and contact our office that are located on Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Our phone numbers are 238-6716 or 339-1670 or 267-7325. For more information, contact us, viewers. It's one of the best investments you could ever make. At a rate of 3 to 3.5% per year, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. The highest interest rate that are paying in Trinidad and Tobago presently is a Real Talk investment. And viewers, now look at it. We are in the pandemic. We are in a pandemic. And what are you getting in a pandemic? You're getting nothing. You're getting absolutely nothing. No financial institute, they are giving you any interest. No big set of interest. Everything is below 2.5%. But Real Talk investment is paying you from 3 to 3.5% on your investment. So as we move along tonight, viewers, the donation of 305,370 WHO-approved Pfizer BioNTech vaccine from US has arrived in TNT at 7:58 a.m. this morning. The arrival was witnessed by Health Minister Terence Dialsing, Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Dr. Amy Brown, and U.S. Embassy. Shanti Moore. She was there to visit the arrival of the vaccine. So viewers, in July, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali have stated that the vaccine will be administered to secondary school students first.
I can tell you now, based on the documents we have signed with the American offer, one of the documents we have signed involves an identification of the supplier. So in the event that we reach the point, and we hope that we do get there, that we get vaccines from the United States, those vaccines are more than likely to be Pfizer vaccines. And I want to say it here now, that is the only vaccine that has WHO clearance for the use on children from age 12, from 12 and above, which means our secondary school children population.
So now, viewers, news for adults, hear this. He also reiterated that adults who are waiting for Pfizer vaccine will continue to wait.
And let me just say it now for the adult population. If there are any of you out there waiting for the Pfizer, as long as you are not in the secondary school population, you will be waiting. Because what we are seeing and what we are likely to get would be utilized on the secondary school age population. And that we could do that very quickly once we get it. So you'll be kept apprised as to how that progresses in terms of the availability.
Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. Bacchanal Tuesday, right?
Bacchanal, we stirred it up tonight.
Well. Let me start the ball rolling and I'm bowling bouncers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I am the imitation vaccine vagrant. Well, the real one said Pfizer for the children, right, in school.
Yes.
I hope he doesn't forget that, you know, because what I will want to know is they have to test him to tell us what variant he got, because these variants giving you long COVID, you know, and long COVID is resulting you forgetting. No, let me get to the gist of the matter. They still haven't come back and tell us, the pregnant woman and the baby, what variant they have. You understand? We need to know that if we want to open schools. Now, I want to suggest a protocol for day opening school and getting the kids vaccine. I might be facetious, right? Remember, we had a former minister. I used to call him Rip Van Winkle. He's sleeping on himself. This minister now, the young lady who would like to dress up things, I refer to her AKA Cake Lady. So I suggesting that when the children are given the vaccination, she get them a piece of cake. But more importantly, serious now, I want the Ministry of Health to set up another parallel health system to look at the children immediately in the event some untoward reaction occur. They must have a hotline, they must have doctors standby, and they must have facility to look after. So I'm looking for advanced and proactive health care, patient care for the kids. That will give parents confidence. That will give kids confidence. And most of all, monitor water in the school. We don't want no shortage of water. We don't want no water to tell me this area has no thing and the principal to fight up to get water in the school. If you're doing this, come out with a checklist and take off all your box. Else, if we go get them pressure, more pressure from parents like me. Go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. So staying on education, Education Minister Nyan Gasby-Dawley also stated that no difficulty was predicted in making the requirement or the required arrangements to vaccinate the children. She noted that the ministry would be in touch with principals and the public on Friday coming with details on vaccine rollout for secondary school students at age 12 and over. So viewers, it's on the game. Gasby-Dawley added that parental consent would have to be obtained for minors as students over 18 are eligible to access all 3 vaccines. There are approximately 92,658 secondary school students in Trinidad and Tobago. Now he said, the Pfizer is a one-shot. And Pfizer is one shot for school children. That is 92,658 secondary school students. So let's say the other 200,000 vaccine. Remember, we get 305,000 vaccine. What is the other 200,000 going for? This is what we want to know now. What are the others going for? The other 200,000 vaccine, what do they plan to do with it? Caller, good night.
Hello, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah, Saeed, my favorite business. Tell the thing. The people in Diego Martin, they want to go and take the vaccine, but they have no water for people to be Saeed. It's weeks now, we're not getting water in Diego Martin. Every day, Saeed.
So no water in Diego Martin?
Yes, Saeed. They want to go and take the vaccine, but they don't have no water to bear.
All right, thank you, my friend. So we're making a public call to WASA for the Diego Martin area. Please let go some water so the people could fill their tanks. I mean, if you have to wash and you have to sanitize at all point in time, the 3 W's, WWW, the basic thing is water, and if we don't have water, we cannot do one of the W. So WASA, you're responsible big time. That goes, I believe it's Mervyn Gonzalez is the Minister of Utilities, if I didn't make a mistake. So we need some water in the Diego Martin area. What's that? Somebody pay attention to that. Somebody pay attention to this. So viewers, 92,658 secondary school students in Trinidad and Tobago. 305,370 WHO approved Pfizer BioNTech vaccine from the United States arrived in Trinidad this morning. I am definitely sure that the Ministry of Education knew exactly how many secondary school students there are. And I am definitely sure that the Ministry of Health, Mr. Terence Yalsing, would already have a copy of the amount of secondary school students there are in Trinidad, and I am definitely sure that they have already made arrangements for the other 200,000 vaccine plus of where it is going. They already know how much coming in. They already know how much secondary school students, and I am definitely sure they have already made other arrangement to where the 200,000 plus Pfizer vaccine are going. Am I right, Trinidad and Tobago? You be the judge. I want to hear from you tonight. It's Bacchanal Thursday. Call a good night.
Good night, Saieed.
My friend, go right ahead.
You know, I cannot understand the arrogance of our Prime Minister. The opposition leader, that is the duty of the opposition leader. You know, when she mentioned $300 billion spent,
yes,
and we have nothing to say about, you know, the arrogance of this Prime Minister said, well, it was spent on the people, nobody could say they stole it. Look at that amount of arrogance. If, you know, a small child would know, if you spend money and you can account for where you spend the money, it is the only logical reason is because you stole it or you misappropriated. Now, I would like to make a clarion call to you, sir. You know, I would term you as a senior counsel. You know, the shaving ceremony of the Hindus take place by a water course. Normally they go by the river.
Yes, I understand, yeah.
So a maxi would have more than an amount of people in an enclosed maxi.
Correct.
Now, a river is a wide place. A river is a big place.
Yes.
Can't you have some restrictions, at least 5 or 10 people, for the people to go there to do their religious observance?
I understand what you're saying.
Arrogance. And look at the amount of people in a supermarket, you know.
Correct.
Clearly vindictiveness. And I think through you, sir, if you should make a call on this, because so much things was achieved through you, I would like to see this happen, because no one is standing. I don't know if they are afraid of this government. And then things are quickly, if I may. You declare a state of emergency, you open this, you open that. What has changed before? You know that now you're opening it. What is the sense that you have people under lockdown? What sense did you make? You're having curfew, sir. What is the this man, like, they don't have a plan for this country. They're running like a headless chicken, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Now, for some time I have been observing that religious organization in Trinidad and Tobago is dormant. It is standstill. They are not progressing. It doesn't matter how much they ask. They are not getting through. They're not getting through. But the Hindu community tonight, they are religious observance in a funeral. And the Ministry of Health, together with the Prime Ministers, together with the panel that have discussions every morning, well, not every morning, but on a Saturday, the medical media briefing, together with others, have put a stop cork on the religious values in the religious sectors in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what they did. You have mass gathering all over Trinidad and Tobago to get vaccinated. But you cannot open the church, the temple, nor the mosque and make sure that the individuals are 6 feet apart. If you have to have 2 services or 3 services per day to show some consideration for the religious sector in Trinidad and Tobago, well then their heart is made of stone. And then they're telling the people, we saving lives, we saving lives, we saving lives. How the hell you saving lives? By coming on a media platform and saying you saving lives when lives are need to be saved through the religious sector. They are not God, they're talking about saving lives. They are not God. When was time to have a discussion to save lives, it was not important. Now the health minister coming out now to say we are saving lives. What lives are you saving? What lives are you saving? When time to have discussion on saving lives, you all didn't bloody care. It's back on our Thursday. Minister of Health Saieed Ali have stated that his ministry, listen this now boy, listen this now. He have stated that his ministry have been preparing for the arrival of COVID-19 Delta variant for months. For months. When did the Delta variant break loose in the world? Does Saieed Ali knows that? It's like earlier when we had COVID-19 last. We were preparing for COVID-19 since January and February, but COVID-19 hit Trinidad and Tobago. When? In the later part of February month. Remember, the opposition, the health minister, Tim Gopi Singh, raised the question in Parliament to have a discussion. It was turned down. And then Wade Mack raised it again, I believe on the 7th of February, and it was turned down. So how the hell they could say they're planning for COVID-19 and they had talks about COVID-19? They are saying, you continue singing do. That is what I want you to continue singing. And don't try to come out and mama guide the country until you was planning for the Delta variant for months now. You have the bloody hell COVID-19 virus right here. Brazilian, you have the other one in Tobago, you have 3 different strains of COVID-19 variant right here in Trinidad, and you don't even know how to deal with it. You know why? Because the average citizens in Trinidad and Tobago don't even know how to put on a mask. Talk now. He stated that the ministry has been preparing a health response before the arrival of the Delta variant. The other thing added that the ministry is in its 2nd phase of expanding the intensive care unit, that is the ICU. And there are twice the number of beds available. Emergency capacity has also been expanded.
We would have met the Ministry of Health about a month ago. Dr. Wheeler, you were there. We had a roundtable discussion with CARFA, WHO, not WHO, PAHO, the Ministry of Health, and all 5 RHAs to start to ramp up and plan for the inevitable discovery of the Delta virus in Trinidad and Tobago. At that point, we identified various touch points. 1, the A&E response to boost that. 2, the ICU response to boost that. You would have seen that Dr. Richards was given a mandate by me directly to increase our ICU capacity by 100% in Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, viewers, however, more health professionals to attend to patients are not available. They are not available. Not available. The other thing added that the solution is vaccination, as he has been warning persons about Delta variant for months now.
And the solution right now, as opposed to 3 months ago, is vaccinations. Don't wait. I'm asking the public, don't wait for the advent of some variant that you are now scared about to then rush to the sites to be vaccinated. We have been talking about the inevitable discovery of the Delta variants for over a month now. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. That is where we are right now, Bina.
Get vaccinated, get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Now, Mr. Terence Dial Singh, could your ministry provide a data sheet available to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago of how many individuals contacted COVID-19 virus or the coronavirus while having the 2 doses of vaccine? Could your ministry provide that data for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Could you do that? I want you to keep in mind, you are the Ministry of Health, enforcing individuals to be vaccinated. I am a media personnel who receive calls on a daily basis with persons having the 2-dose vaccine and still contracted COVID-19 virus. Could your ministry make that data available to the public? Don't tell us how much vaccinated. Tell us how many citizens took the 2 doses and still contracted the virus. That is the data I want to see. And that is the data I want to be circulating in the public domain. The highly transmittable Delta SARS CoV-2 variant was detected in 2 unvaccinated nationals who recently returned to TNT yesterday. So I thought now any individuals coming to Trinidad and Tobago have to be vaccinated. All you talk now. All you talk now. All you talk now. Now you said they came through a PCR testing, I believe. So if they came through a PCR testing, it is telling me that you could come through the airport with different strain of COVID-19 virus and not be detected. Am I right, Trinidad and Tobago? Am I right, citizens? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
I would like to draw your attention and the listening public concerning the school programs with the maxi taxi operators.
Yes.
Saeed, you wouldn't believe. I would like to, the Minister of Education, Nayan Gaspidoli. There are many taxi maxi operators for schools who worked and haven't gotten paid for over 3 years. And she has
Hold on.
Yeah?
So you are saying to us,
Yes, sir.
now, does your husband or brother
No,
drive?
my son.
Husband?
My husband died, but my son.
Okay,
is
your
a-
husband and your son drive the maxi taxi
No.
that transports students?
No, my husband is no more. My son is a maxi operator.
Okay, so he transports the students to and from school, right?
That's right.
All right, so you are telling us now, it's been months now that the ministry did not release funding for
3
that.
years.
3 years?
3 years.
So 3 years now he working with the ministry, transporting students to and from school and have not been paid?
No, sir. There are many maxi operators haven't gotten paid, and that is all they depend on. Now most of the maxis are down. You understand? I'm pleading on behalf of my son and others who have no other means to live on. Schools will soon be open and the maxis are down.
My dear, thank you so much for highlighting it.
Okay, well, let me just say this. Please, Madam Minister, use your good heart and help these drivers. They really need their money.
Thank you, my dear.
Very sad, sir. Very sad, Saeed. Very, very sad. 3 years and no pay.
That's sad, boy.
Of course, that is sad. And they have school, and she announced school will be open next month. How would they go to school? Yeah, and how the maxis will be fixed?
I understand. Thank you so much, my friend. Nayan Gasby Dolly, together with the Ministry of Finance, what is preventing you all now from paying the maxi drivers and them who transported students? 3 years now. She said, them ain't get paid. Is there any maxi drivers who looking on to Real Talk presently and are in the same situation? Feel free to call in. Caller, good night.
Hi, good evening, Saeed.
My friend, go right ahead.
Yeah, I must congratulate. It's going to show that you keep excellent.
Thank you so much.
And the other thing, I want to ask you something. You believe anything these people tell you?
When they say if I believe in the people, what you mean?
What the information that was given concerning Corona, what the stuff they're getting over here, because to my understanding, Corona is become on hold.
I understand what you're saying, caller, and thank you so much. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Whoever the ministry is listening to, at the end of the day, they have to come out and face the people. And it's what they tell the people. If they lie to the people, they will be caught up. If they tell the people with the truth, they will be caught up. So it is up to the ministry to let the public know the real findings or the fake findings. Now keep in mind, the fake findings have repercussions. Repercussion as the ministry lie. Repercussion of that minister lie. Repercussions of your name will be so stink throughout the world. It's a bloody hell shame. So when you hear the health minister came out now and said the average citizen in Trinidad and Tobago don't even know how to put on a mask, I would want to ask the minister now. Firefighters, they have children. Are the firefighters teaching their children not to put on a mask properly in case of emergency in the house? Are the farmers teaching their son not to put on a mask properly when they go in the garden with the father? So you see what a stink name the minister carried right there? And what a lame blame game he also threw out while telling us that we don't even know how to put on a mask. Rip a jersey and tie it around your face, and the next thing you know, a couple weeks after, you're paying $1,000 fine for not wearing a mask. But they are saying we are not how to put on a bloody hell mask. So you're charging me now by not putting on a mask properly, but you did not keep a bloody hell function or a media briefing on how to put on a mask. Come good when all come in, boy. I will call all your boy, and I will call all your little boy on TV also. Because you cannot be a big leader, and you cannot be a big man in society with a 1-month-old child brain in your head. Ministry of Education, Dr. Nayan Gasby-Dolly, and other ministry officials will meet with the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, that is TUTA, to discuss issues relating to the reopening of schools. TUTA first Vice President Marlon Seals stated that the organization still has some concerns regarding the reopening of schools, which was sent out last week. Also high on TUTA agenda during the meeting will be the estimated 50,000 students who continue to be without access to a device or internet connectivity. And just imagine, since last year, since 2020, we in COVID-19 pandemic, what has the Education Ministry brought forth? Nothing. As we looked ahead to start of the new academic year on September 6th, Seals said, TUTA had maintained its call for all teachers and supporting staff to get vaccinated, but then again, it is by choice. However, he reiterated that TUTA was against the mandatory vaccination of members. So you can't blame them. They have their thing going on because they're watching around the world just like me. And I am looking around the world and sourcing news and bringing it to you. Ministry of Health has forwarded another report to the police on a person seeking or selling fake immunization card. According to the Ministry of Health, Terence Dial Singh, the detailed report was submitted on Monday. The ministry has already forwarded at least one report to the police within recent weeks. Within recent weeks. No arrest yet. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
So what is still frightening and alarming is that the southern peninsula is still not protected. It is still porous, one.
True.
Now that we had the Delta variant here, they need to do something about that immediately. And two, I hope that they give it a total, they really think about what they're going to do about this rollout with the school. And I hope it ends up in a mess like what they do in the past. Because you can't have children lining up in the sun and in the rain. So I hope they really plan properly. All the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Well said. Well, let me hope they open some schools to vaccinate students, because children going out and lining up by the hundreds and rain falling and getting wet. Boy, let me tell you something. The ministry or the supervisors and the managers and the person next to the Minister of Education, let me tell you something. Buy a new brand pen. A new brand pen and sign all a resignation form. Because I telling you, anytime you hear crap like that happen, I will be saying live on national television, where is your resignation document? Because thus far, the Ministry of Education have brought nothing to the school system since they have been in lockdown. How much millions of dollars they have allocated for the device? How much have been sent thus far? 60,000 students were without laptop. 60,000 students. How much money they spent on COVID-19 in 2020? Oh, billions? Billions? Do you think they care about you? They don't care about you. They don't care about you. And the Prime Minister expressed it to you all. But you know what? We went darker as in Trinidad and Tobago. You know why? Because I am the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And if you write a letter, it come like you're begging. All I want to talk now. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't come here to make friends with all you know. I come here to seek after your own interests. And if you don't like somebody seeking after your interests, well, tell God it's time to go home. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali, a friend of mine called me 2 days ago and told me that her uncle took the second shot of Sinopharm and he passed away 3 days after.
How long was this?
This was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yes. He had underlying conditions, but it never really affected him. And after he took the second shot, 3 days after, he got a stroke and he died.
Wow. Condolences to the family, my dear.
Thank you. Another thing is, I extracted a tooth, a basic extraction, a month and a week ago. And I have been getting pain non-stop, and the dentist is not seeing anything wrong with what's going on.
So the dentist ain't telling you to come back for a checkup?
I keep going back. I've been going back every week, Mr. Ali. And they keep doing x-rays, they put me on antibiotics, and every time they do the x-ray, they're not seeing anything wrong. Why it is I'm getting all this pain? I don't want to say the vaccine, but I have to wonder.
I understand what you're saying.
Another thing is, the other thing is saying they're preparing for the Delta variant a month ago. It's like if the Delta book a flight in New York and say I'm coming down the road for the 26th and expect me for that date now because I'll be there time. That is how he's getting on. Rowley is missing in action since he took the last dose.
Thank you, my dear. You see, when they say they're preparing, let me tell you something. From the outbreak, when they heard what was taking place in Wuhan and China, and the discussion raised in Trinidad and Tobago to have talks about COVID-19 entering our shores, and they said they don't like that topic. I don't see it fit to have that discussion. You see, right there and then, you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, are supposed to understand the kind of leaders you have. When let me tell you something, I stood right here and told you all because I was following it. Jamaica was prepared for COVID-19 in their country, while we in Trinidad and Tobago saying, we cannot discuss that, you know. That's not important to us. I wonder if the speaker went and get she double dose. Anybody know anything about the speaker going for her double dose of COVID-19 vaccine? Let's talk now. Real talk, let's talk. Now, the other thing, fake immunization card, we're staying on it. The other thing stated that a report was sent to the police and hopefully that persons would be facing 7 years in jail.
So on the issue of the fake cards, as you know, that matter is with the police service. We sent another one on Monday of this week where we got some more, where we have good details now. We actually have the person who actually wrote the card. So that has been sent to the police, thanks to the whistleblower who came out and let the police investigation take place. And hopefully that person could be facing 7 years in jail. We take this, Richard, very, very seriously.
So my thing, now the United States said that they were sending some lists and having with them fake immunization cards and COVID-19 pass cards and all these things. It have already been sent to Trinidad and Tobago. So if it has already sent to the Trinidad and Tobago Ministry of National Security, how the hell them ain't hold nobody as yet? Laka de sekal. You got to tell me you have all this proof. It came from the US across there that Trinidad and Tobago citizens possess fake immunization card. Listen to this. 2 weeks ago, police service set up a specialized unit within the fraud squad to treat with these matters. A person found guilty of supplying or purchasing or facilitating this offense could face imprisonment of anywhere between 7 or life, depending on the nature of the breach, according to the forgery. The U.S. ministry sent it down to Trinidad and Tobago. Weeks ago. Up to now, no movement. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Thank you for a great program. You have 1,100 plus people died, and you get in what you call COVID accidental death.
Comorbidities.
Morbidity accidental death, right? We saying all these people died, for one sickness. Something
Caller.
Right.
Caller.
Yes, Mr.
Gone are the days of ammonia fever. Gone are the days of heart attack.
Heart attack, correct. Well said.
Everything is comorbidities.
Yeah, how could we
just now somebody go bring out a song with comorbidities.
Nobody are doing a post-mortem to ask that he death or something where the cause of death. We want to know more than that. But if something hidden under the carpet, we'd like to go. Mr. Ali, thank you very much.
You're welcome, my friend. You see, viewers, I didn't come here to make friends. I keep saying that. I came here to seek after your own interests. Your own interests. And if you don't care about your interests, Lord already. A lot of people go get vexed, but Lord already. Look, all of this is Bacchanal Thursday tonight, But before I go any further, viewers, I just want to express myself a little bit. Caller, hold on 1 minute for me, please. I, Saieed Ali, am encouraging you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, who have worked so hard for your finance, and you all put it in a financial institute, and you're getting 1% for the last 10 years. No growth. No growth. You see, when you hear your kid is born, we will make an investment for him. You put a 10,000, a 20,000, a 100,000, a 200,000 on John Doe. John Doe is so cute and nice, but we're going to make an investment for him. John Doe reached 10 years. And that same 100,000 you put on John Doe when he now born at 1%. John Doe reached 10 years and the 1% ain't grow past $1,000. After 10 years. But you know what? You believe in the old time tradition so much that you ain't going to break that, because 1%. Come on, be real. We're going up in the 21st century. Make a proper investment. Leave the long time method behind. Oh God, this one a fixed deposit and I am breaking it. 1% there and John to go collect 1% when he's from 1 month to 10 years and he still ain't get $1,000. You still want to go through the same tradition again? So that's just an example, viewers. What I want to tell you is, all your hard-earned cash that you have put down in a financial institute, and you're not reaping the reward of a proper return on your investment. Real Talk Finance, presently in Trinidad and Tobago, is paying from 3 to 3.5%. The highest ever percentage rate paid out in Trinidad and Tobago on a fixed investment. So viewers, our office are located on Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Our phone numbers are 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. My office are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you want information on a proper investment for your child or your grandchild or even for yourselves, contact me, 339-1670. That is a direct line to me, Saeed. And move out from the old tradition way to a more modern time where you could get, you could reap a better reward on the investment that you had put down for 10 years, and you're still getting 1%. From 1850, the year 1850, you put down $100,000, and you get 1%. We are in the year 2021, and you're still getting 1%. Does that make sense to you? But when you go negotiating now to buy a pong and dal, the dal going up 25 cents. From 125, you go into 150, you go into 175. You know why? You know why it's going up? Because time moving and things getting expensive. We're not in 1880 again. We're in the 21st century. Don't look at 1% back in the 1880 because it ain't worth it. So what I'm encouraging you to do now, contact us. Contact us. Make a real talk investment from 10,000, go straight up to a couple million if you want. And watch it work for you. Don't do like the older heads. And wait for it to mature. Because you can spend 10 years on a 1% and you ain't going to cross $1,000. So little John Doe now, born, 1 month old, nice bank account, hefty sum in it. John Doe reached 10 years and he ain't getting no interest. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, my dear. And thank you for holding on.
Okay, thank you. I don't believe in this balancing policy, right? This vaccine. There are people like a puppet on a string dancing right on with this vaccine. My body clean from the COVID. I gonna put that vaccine in my body to get COVID. And when anything happens to me, they say I have some comorbidity. No,
I like that.
I'm not doing that. My body clean. I'm gonna put that in my body, Saeed. Huh?
I understand.
Come on,
now,
give me a break. Them have the people like a puppet on a string.
Thank you, my dear. Now, I'm going to tell you something, viewers. Yes, you ball and vaccinate. But the only way you will be able to travel from Trinidad to any other country, you have to be vaccinated. Now, some people do not have choices. You know why they do not have choices? Because of business. You're in Trinidad, you have a business of the Caribbean, you have to vaccinate to enter. You have a house in the US, you have to vaccinate to go to the US. You have a house in Canada, you have to vaccinate to go in Canada. Some people are left with no choice but to take the vaccine. Understand what I'm saying? So here is next bacchanal. Minister of Finance Colin Mimbert have stated that despite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, Trinidad and Tobago have made it through bankruptcy. Through bankruptcy. Now he stated that it has been a difficult year as revenue have been down, as government had many unplanned expenses. However, he added that as a country, we have made it through. Colin Mimbert, would you come out on a media briefing or in your own little office, call a media briefing and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago how we made it through? When many of them, banks didn't want to defer on their loan, when many of them lose their houses, when many of them lose their jobs, when many of them could not buy food for their children. Could you keep a media briefing in your little office and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago how did we made it through? Let me tell you something. All the money that was donated to Trinidad and Tobago for COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, how much did they spend and how much did they save and where did the savings go? Because when you go in a COVID-19 facility, they just monitoring you right there. The doctor's salary didn't go up. The doctor's salary didn't go down. So what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Could they come out and give a report of how much money they received and how much money did they spend? Come out now, Colin. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I was talking, I listened to Terence the other thing talking about this thing, this vaccine is the only solution to this COVID thing, And I want to ask you a question. You don't think it's coincidental that the day before the China vaccine touchdown in Trinidad, the Delta touchdown? I don't know.
I looked at it. You see, I'm going to tell you something. The government knew when the vaccine was coming to Trinidad and Tobago. They knew exactly when it was coming. Let me tell you something, probably weeks before they knew when it was coming.
Yeah, but here, you knew, kind of like they knew when the Delta variant was coming too. But I want to tell you something, and people might disagree with me, but this Delta variant reached in Trinidad because of Keith Rowley and this PNM and the stupid decision to open up the airport side. If the airport was not open, you tell me that Delta variant would have reached down here.
My guess, my friend, is that it would have found some way to enter in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
But listen this. They said if you're coming to Trinidad and Tobago, you have to have your vaccination card. Correct?
Right.
And you have to do your PCR testing, correct?
Right. A negative PCR test, right?
Good.
So how would that person reach it?
Thank you very much, my friend.
Right. Now here it says, Saeed, Terence saying that vaccination is inside. Do you know that they have a cruise ship right now in the Mediterranean Sea that every single person on that cruise ship is vaccinated? Everybody vaccinated. And it have a big outbreak of COVID-19 on that ship right now.
But my friend, I since last week I've been saying on my show, I have friends who have the 2 doses. They went to work and they contracted COVID-19 in their office and they have been sent on leave. Well, not leave, but quarantine in their own house.
Now, Saeed, I just want to send a simple message to Terence the other thing, Saeed.
Don't cuss him, because they go say Saeed.
No. Terence, you see this strategy you want to come with, and to come in people's workplace and send people in your workplace and send people by your house and to try and talk to you to go and take that vaccine. Listen, right now, people social distancing. We don't want nobody around we. It's not convenient for us to send people to it. And then when we can't deal with our own people, then we socially distance from your own family, from your friends, everybody. And then you want to send all your people to come and talk to we, to convince we to go and take that vaccine. Nah, that ain't working. Don't send nobody by my house. Anyway, Saeed,
my friend,
a nice side.
Thank you so much. You too, my friend. Vaccine expiring in August. Vaccine expiring in October. You see, I go tell you something, they move late. All they came out and tell the public was that, you know what, take the vaccine, it will prevent you from getting COVID-19. But I have friends who have the double dose vaccine and positive for COVID-19. You see, you all didn't plan. You all didn't educate the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You all just come out, vush, vash, where you hang his swing and dies it. That's it. Unplanned. As a government, as a ministry. Let me rephrase that. As a Ministry of Health, you all didn't plan properly. No education about COVID-19. No education about the vaccine. You know who made a bold stand in Trinidad and Tobago? And I must say thank you to him. Publicly, I must say thank you to him, Dr. Avery Hines. Dr. Avery Hines, when he came out and told the public, even though you take your COVID-19 vaccine, it will not prevent you from contracting COVID-19 virus. And I applaud him. Now, I will tell you something. That is a bold step to take. Eh? It is a very, very bold step to take. Let's just hope he had no after effect with people higher than him for making that statement. That is all I want to say concerning him. And just how he said it, it came to pass. Friends of mine who went and took their vaccine, 1 dose, they went and got their 2 doses, they went to their office, respective office and work, and they contracted COVID-19. So all along, what I have been telling you all, the only thing I was doing was seeking your interests, educating you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. What does the COVID-19 vaccine comprise of? What does the COVID-19 vaccine comprise of? Did any doctor or any ministry or any briefing came out and say that? What are the molecules in the COVID-19 vaccine? What are the chemicals in the COVID-19 vaccine? That is for the ministry to come out and tell the people. That is what the ministry is supposed to come out and say. But you sign non-disclosure. You sign a non-disclosure for spending tax-paying dollars, when you're supposed to come out and tell the citizens how much the vaccine costs. What does the breakdown cost? But you sign a non-disclosure when tax-paying money are being sent. Taxpayers' money are being spent. You sign non-disclosure. Nobody, boy, let me tell you something, eh? All easy, you know. It really ain't easy. It really ain't easy. And I ain't backing down. I ain't backing down. If you want to be a clown coming out on a media briefing, it's not a problem. I will make fun of you. I will make fun of you if you want to be a clown. But if you want to be serious with the population, and come out and tell the population the do's and the don'ts, I will support you. You know why? Because you are being truthful to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who put you in our office to make sure that their health is properly well taken care of. Like I said, if you want to be a clown, I will make fun of you. But if you want to be a real gentleman, a real individual, a real minister who cares for the population, who cares for the citizen that voted you into office, I will stand side by side with you. You know why? Because you want to be real with the people. You want the people to see the real thing and not the clown issue, but the real issue that we are dealing with. I remember, you know this laugh? Navin, you know this laugh? All you know that laugh, Trinidad and Tobago? Media briefing when he just keep it? How come he ain't wrapping jersey wrong his head and coming and talking? So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but I do want to encourage you. I do want to encourage you to make a real talk investment for yourself, your children, or your grandchildren. From 3% to 3.5%, the highest interest rate that are presently paying in Trinidad and Tobago is real talk investment. Our office is at Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguanas. All my office in one building. Number 14, Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguanas. 2386716. 3391670. Our numbers are on screen, viewers, so you could write it, you could snap a picture on your phone with it, but get in touch with me and find out how to get a proper reward on your hard-earned cash, So until we meet again, viewers, Allahumma soli ala anta bakuma, laba il kidil la anta zi Allahumma inna. Do not be as the people of long ago with carnal knowledge. Allahumma santa bakumar ala inna. Be as the people of in the centuries to come, where technology will be upgraded. So until then, viewers, as we meet for another show, we'll talk with Saieed Ali live on Synergy TV from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Be safe and take care of your loved ones. Good.